Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland BROWNS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying close attention to the AFC North, you know this isn't just any offseason. The Cleveland Browns are in a whirlwind of activity, and it's not just about the quarterback position, although, let's be honest, that's where everyone's eyes are focused. No, this is about the bigger picture, about the roster moves, the strategic shifts, and how they could fundamentally alter the division landscape. The Browns have been quietly plotting their course, and recent rumors suggest that they might be eyeing some intriguing options to bolster their offensive weapons. Let's start with the quarterback situation, because it's the backbone of any team's success, especially for the Browns after their recent quarterback saga. Deshaun Watson is, without a doubt, the centerpiece of Cleveland's offensive ambitions. After a turbulent start and a suspension that kept him out for half of last season, Watson is now fully in focus, aiming to reclaim his Pro Bowl form and, more importantly, lead the Browns to the playoffs and beyond. But as much as the QB is important, the success of the entire offense hinges on the supporting cast, the receivers, the tight ends, and the offensive line. And here's where things get interesting. Remember, last season, Cleveland traded away one of their top pass catchers, Amari Cooper, sending him to Buffalo. That was a bold move, and it left a noticeable void in their WR core. Cooper is a game-changer on the outside, a route runner with hands that have made defenses respect the Browns' passing game. Now, with his departure, the team's top options are limited, which is why the rumors about a potential return of Cooper have been floating around. Fans are hopeful, but the reality is that the Browns might need to look elsewhere to reinforce their receiving core. They could be eyeing a free agent or even exploring the trade market to add another veteran or promising young receiver to complement their existing roster. But what about the tight end position? That's a key aspect of Cleveland's offensive identity. David Njoku, the Browns' reliable and athletic tight end, is entering the final year of his contract with an $11.5 million salary for this upcoming season. Njoku has shown flashes of brilliance, especially in the red zone, and has been a dependable target for Deshaun Watson when healthy. Still, with the team having just drafted Harold Fannin Jr. in the third round out of Bowling Green, there's a sense that Cleveland is trying to build for the future at that position. Fannin is a promising talent, but he's still raw and needs development to become a consistent threat. Now, here's where the rumors and trade possibilities heat up. Some NFL insiders, including Bleacher Report's Christopher Knox, have suggested that the Browns could be interested in making a bold move at tight end by pursuing Atlanta Falcons' Kyle Pitts. Yes, you heard that right, Kyle Pitts, the former Florida Gator who was drafted 4th overall in 2021. Now, this suggestion has sparked quite a bit of discussion among Browns fans and analysts alike, because it's not just about acquiring a talented player. It's about the potential shift in Cleveland's offensive philosophy and roster structure. Knox pointed out that Cleveland has shown a willingness to take risks and add high-upside players, even if they've underwhelmed at times. Last offseason, they traded for Jerry Jeudy, the Denver Broncos' talented but inconsistent receiver, showing that they're not afraid to swing for the fences. So could Kyle Pitts be next? The idea is that Cleveland might see Pitts as a long-term piece, someone who could grow into a top-tier offensive weapon alongside Watson and the existing receivers. This would be a bold move, especially considering that Pitts has yet to fully live up to his hype. But here's the catch, and it's a significant one. Cleveland's current tight end situation makes a trade for Pitts complicated. Njoku is under contract through next season, and the team just invested a third-round pick in Fannin Jr., indicating that they're planning for the future at that position. Making a trade for Pitts would likely mean parting ways with Njoku, which is no small decision. Njoku has been a key player for Cleveland, especially with his athleticism and red zone prowess. Moving on from him would send a message about the team's direction, possibly signaling a shift to a more pass-heavy, tight end-centric offense that could utilize Pitt's unique skill set. And let's not forget that Pitts, despite being a promising talent, has not quite met expectations since entering the league. His rookie season was stellar, earning a Pro Bowl nod. But since then, injuries, inconsistent quarterback play in Atlanta, and a lack of sustained production have left fans and analysts questioning whether he can truly be the game-changer many envisioned. It's a gamble for Cleveland, and one that they would need to weigh carefully. Is Pitts the missing piece to unlock the full potential of the Browns' offense? Or is he a high-risk, high-reward player who may not deliver as expected? Some skeptics argue that the trade isn't likely because of all these factors. The Browns have invested in their current roster, and with Njoku still under contract, it might be more prudent to develop their young tight end and look for other ways to bolster the offense. Plus, the Falcons' asking price for Pitts could be high, and Cleveland would need to weigh whether the potential payoff justifies the cost. It's a fascinating topic, and one that keeps fans on the edge of their seats because it involves a mix of talent, strategy, and a bit of NFL chess. But let's zoom out and consider the bigger picture for Cleveland this season. The Browns have been building steadily, and their roster depth is improving. The offensive line is solid, with key players returning and some promising young talent emerging. The defense, which was a strength last year, continues to be a formidable unit, especially with their pass rush and secondary. The focus now is on how the offense will evolve, especially with the quarterback competition still ongoing. Will Deshaun Watson fully reclaim his form? Will the Browns find that elusive WR2 to complement Cooper if he returns? And how aggressive will they be in the trade market? All these questions make this offseason one of the most intriguing in recent Browns history. Fans are eagerly awaiting training camp, where new signings and draft picks will get their first real test in Cleveland. The team's front office has shown a willingness to be aggressive, and the coaching staff is focused on creating a dynamic, versatile offense. Addition of new weapons, whether through draft, free agency, or trades, could be the difference maker in their quest for a deep playoff run and ultimately a shot at the Super Bowl. Now, as we analyze what all of this means, it's important to remember that Cleveland has a rich football history filled with ups and downs, legendary moments, and a passionate fan base that never loses faith. The Browns have struggled at times, sure, but they've also shown resilience and a knack for surprising everyone when it counts. This season could be another chapter in that story, especially if they make one or two shrewd moves in the trade market or draft. The AFC North is as competitive as ever, with the Ravens, Bengals, and Steelers all vying for supremacy, but Cleveland is positioning itself to be right in the thick of it. And here's the thing, the Browns are not just competing for division titles. They're aiming for Super Bowl glory. The roster they're assembling now, with the potential additions and strategic moves, could be the foundation of a team that's ready to make a serious push. The quarterback, the receivers, the tight ends, and even the defense are all parts of the puzzle. If Cleveland can tighten up those pieces, especially on offense, and find that perfect chemistry, this team could be a real contender in the AFC. So, Browns fans, this offseason is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory. Whether it's the quest for a new receiver, the possibility of making bold trades for a player like Kyle Pitts, or simply watching how the team develops under new coaching strategies, there's plenty to be optimistic about. The passion in Cleveland is undeniable, and the players can feel that energy every day in OTAs and training camp. The journey to the Super Bowl is long, but with each move, each game, each play, Cleveland is showing that they're in it to win it. Remember, the NFL is unpredictable, and that's what makes it so thrilling. But one thing is for sure, the Browns are not standing still. They are making moves, planning ahead, and setting the stage for a potentially historic season. So stay tuned, Browns fans, because this story is far from over. The next chapter could be written with a big trade, a breakout rookie, or a game-changing performance that propels Cleveland to the top of the AFC. The future is bright, and the passion of the brown and orange runs deep. We're all in this together, and I'll be bringing you all the latest updates as they happen. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on all these rumors? the potential trades, and the direction of the team. Do you think Cleveland should pursue a player like Kyle Pitts? Or do you believe they're better off developing what they already have and focusing on building chemistry through the draft and free agency? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because your opinion matters so much to us and to the Browns. I love engaging with you guys, and your insights always add a new perspective to the conversation. Keep an eye on the channel because I'll be back soon with more updates, analysis, and deep dives into everything Cleveland Browns. From off-season moves to training camp battles, and all the way through to the regular season, I'll be covering it all. The Browns are entering an exciting phase, and we're all part of this journey together. The passion, the hope, the dreams of finally reaching that Super Bowl, it's all alive in Cleveland, and we're here to bring you every detail. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep the Browns' spirit alive. Thanks for being with me today, and I'll see you in the next video.